Hey, back again with another daily check-in, and today was another fairly productive day, and made some good progress. I actually created the talk I'm giving tomorrow at Toastmasters, and feel pretty good about that in terms of the format, the intention behind the talk as well, and the fact that actually what I've written is going to be partly usable for a number of other presentations that I have either coming up booked in, but also that I'm hoping to be doing again in the future. So a usable and useful use of my time today with that. It didn't take that long actually to do it. Well, I haven't yet, but what I will do is detail and report on the actual process that I used to create this talk. I mean, it's only a 6-minute speech. It's not a particularly long talk, but it does have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's got the introduction. It's got the 3 main points. It's got the objective. It's very clear with the talk, and basically it's about knowing to doing, right? So I'm talking about in this particular talk, I'm going to be sharing one of the topics that I will be writing about in the book, and I will also be sharing in the seminar at the end of September, talking about connecting the what to the why, which I think is a pretty powerful point and a pretty powerful technique that many people miss when they're trying to create new habits. Maybe I'll try and record the talk again and use bits of it in tomorrow's daily update. In fact, that wouldn't be such a bad idea because I've got a coaching day with a client tomorrow, so I'll be completely focused on that for the large part of the day. So that would make sense to do that. So yes, watch out for that talk in tomorrow's daily update. Also today I have had a really good conversation with Richard Venables, the High Sheriff of Oxfordshire, he's such a dynamic individual, and he's been great, a really good supporter of mine, and I've been and pleased to be able to help him with some of the things he's been putting on this year. I mean, it's been fantastic for me. He's got this big push for well-being in the workplace, and he's got a number of corporate organizations who are following his various challenges he's put on. There was the corporate challenge Ox Olympics a few weeks ago down in Abingdon that I was involved with. There was the Plankathon where everyone did my program earlier on back in April, beginning of the High Sheriff year. They've been doing park runs and hockey tournaments and all sorts of other things. And so he's, because I've been a part of that, my name is known, and I've been in that conversation now for some time. So he's happy to introduce the seminar to the corporates, to his the contacts who will already have a kind of an awareness of me. Not everyone's been doing my stuff, or not everyone was at the Ox Olympics, but they should all know, vaguely know who I am. So there's a good connection there, and I'd love to get a few of them along to the seminar at the end of September. And it'd be fantastic if Richard, I think he said he's available that date, if he can come along and actually introduce it and open it up, that would be wonderful too. I also realised today that I had to be very kind of honest with myself about something, and it's very kind of disappointing for me to actually admit this, but coffee, yeah, it's a real love of mine, a real passion, if you will. But I'm very, excuse me, I'm very sensitive to it. Very sensitive to it indeed, and 2 cups seems to be my limit. If I go to 3, like I did today, I feel like I'm in absolute flow state. I can really get into the zone, but then I get very, very easily distracted. So I'm only in that state for a few moments before I get fleeting distracted by something else, and then come back to it again. And I realised that today, so I've got to be kind of brutally honest with myself, and I figured that actually commenting on it in one of these videos would be at least a starting point to kind of making me a bit more accountable with my coffee consumption. 2 cups is my limit. Anything beyond that needs to be decaf. So there we go. I'll let you know if I fail myself on that score again in the future. I mean, really, I can't afford to do it. I look at it as being unprofessional. No one's judging me on my coffee consumption. It sounds like a really silly little thing here. But it's basically the equivalent of me turning up to a job late, sitting around, arsing about, not taking it too seriously, And when I'm putting all this effort into the rest of my business and the goals and saying how important this is, I've got to look at this in that context and say, look, George, you've just got to pull yourself together here, and you know that this is a problem. So just don't do it. Create a rule as if you were the boss, because you are the boss of you, and just follow the rules. And it's as simple as that. So I had that kind of unfortunate realization today that I thought I could just get away with it because one of the coffees, the second one my wife had made, it wasn't quite as strong as the ones I normally make. So I figured I could get away with another one. It was still before 12 o'clock, half an hour when I'll have that third cup, made it quite strong. And then I was wired for the afternoon. As I said, fleeting concentration. Not good at all. So anyway, an interesting and useful day, productive, steps forwards. It's all looking good. And I will do tomorrow's update. I'll try and do tomorrow's update as a recording of this talk, because it is something that I think will be useful to have recorded on these videos, and it'll be good for me as well to have the extra pressure of being filmed whilst I'm doing it. There we go. Today's daily update is complete. Subscribe, like the video if you do indeed like it, and I will be back again tomorrow with another daily update. Bye for now.